I make over $25,000 a month from other people's YouTube channels. Let me explain.
Alright, so who am I and what is this channel about? So my name is Leroy, I'm 31 years old and I am a YouTube strategist. What is a YouTube strategist? I help creators get more views and make more money on YouTube. That's kind of what it comes down to. I've been on YouTube, I think now for 13 or 14 years. It's like when I made my first ever YouTube video, and I started like every young man, I guess. I thought the whole world wanted to see my gameplay clips of me playing FIFA and Call of Duty. Nobody really wanted to see that. But my first like serious YouTube channel I started in 2012, and we made short films with a lot of VFX and 3D animation in it. And that was a lot of fun, but it didn't pay the bills enough. So we had a few videos that went mega viral, that did really well, you know, that was shown on The Telegraph, on NBC, on all those big outlets, and did like a lot of numbers on YouTube. But the problem was these videos took us like 3 to 4 weeks to make, and yeah, the return of investment was not that great, especially back then. It was definitely a harder time to do YouTube, but I always was in love with YouTube, and I still am very much in love with YouTube. So while I had built 2 other businesses, I always stayed in touch with creators. I always helped creators make money on YouTube and do better numbers on YouTube. When I was younger, I wanted to be a YouTuber. Nowadays, YouTube strategist would just be the perfect thing for me. It would have everything I want. I would work on multiple channels at a time. I would have my hand in all the cookie jars, and that's exactly what I wanted. I'll explain a little bit more about how YouTube works and the absolute fundamentals of YouTube to you in a little bit, but first, I'm almost at the kickboxing gym, so it's first time to train. Not gonna lie, most days after training I just kind of chill here for like 20 minutes, as you can see by the color of my skin. In the past 10 years I haven't really gone outside enough. I've just been working, grinding away. So I've decided this year that I wanted to change that, so you know, I went and started kickboxing. I play paddle at least once a week, so I'm trying to be as active as I can, lose some weight. This is kind of what you do, I guess. You try to better yourself, so that's what I'm doing. I guess let's go shower. All right, clean and fresh. Now, before we get to work, let me show you quickly what my regular day-to-day looks like. Come a little bit closer. So when I start my day, the first thing I do is check my clients' channels. I go through all the client channels and I kind of start looking for videos that we've recently uploaded and how they're performing. If they're performing bad, do I have an idea why they're performing bad? If they're doing good, this is also very important. I also want to know, do I have an idea of why they're doing well? Now, there's one very important thing that I always deal with, and that is time zones. So I live in the Netherlands, amazing country, but for my job, it's not amazing because I would say 90% of my clients all live in the US. So my mornings are mostly pretty uneventful. So although the clients are the most important thing that I have as a strategist, I don't work on clients the first thing in the morning. All right, so working on my personal brand pretty much means one thing. If there's anything that I need as a YouTube strategist, it's to show that I know what I'm talking about and that I get my clients results. And 2, make sure that I'm visible so that creators know where to find me. If I want to keep making money, that's when I need to make sure that I also get the clients the results that they want and need. Okay, let me put you down there. Enough yapping from me for now. It's time to get into my first call of the day and get some work done. Why these longer videos are winning on YouTube a lot is simply because they are fishing in less crowded ponds. If you make a video that's 45 minutes, you naturally have less competition against you versus, 10-minute videos, because that market is way more saturated than the market of 45-minute videos. So naturally you will have less competition, and as well, like a viewer has different intent during the day. So someone might, watch quick short videos in the morning, and at night when they wind down, they want to watch 45-minute videos on YouTube because they have more time, right? Like they're sitting down, they want to watch something that has a little bit more substance to it. That's also something that YouTube keeps in account, that it's fewer behavior that the algorithm at some point starts learning. So there's also that part that you have to keep in mind, where like longer videos tend to have longer shelf lives because there is less competition and people are more picky with when they watch 45-minute videos. Especially in your niche, because you're kind of into edutainment, educational niche, where it's like, oh, 45 minutes, there must be a lot of information there, but I can't watch it right now. And their intent is still to watch, but they have to get that served like a few more times before it's the prime time for them to like, okay, now is actually the time that I want to watch that. All right. So one of the things that I've struggled with ever since I went full-time back doing this and not, having an office anymore and not going anywhere anymore that I have to be, is I just kind of sit here all day, and that's definitely not healthy. So I need to kind of force myself to go out of the house besides, going to kickboxing, like, go outside, get some sun. Okay, so let me explain to you how YouTube works and how you get views on YouTube. But let's go outside for a little bit. Okay. All right, so I think the most important thing that you need to understand is that getting views on YouTube comes down to two things. And one of it is knowing how to do research, and two of it is knowing how to execute as well as you can. And I always say, like, YouTube is a game of probability. So if you have a video idea, how much proof in the market can you find that that is a good idea? That is essentially what it comes down to, right? So let's say, for example, you want to make a day in the life video for a trader. Can you find other videos about, traders that did the same kind of thing and did that get views? Or are they outliers? Well, what is an outlier? The easiest way to explain an outlier is simply a video outperforming the subscriber count. So a video got 100,000 views, but they have 50,000 subscribers. Well, the more of that you can find, the better, because you have more and more proof that your idea is a good idea, right? That's what it comes down to. So doing that research and knowing what ideas hit on YouTube and what ideas don't hit on YouTube is the most essential part of doing YouTube. And this is something that you can train. This is something that you will get better at over time. Now, if you have a great idea, but the audio quality is bad, or it's hard to watch, whatever, people will start clicking off, and then your video will also probably die a fast death and not get a lot of views. So, of course, this is the simplified version of, how to do YouTube and how to win on YouTube and how to get views on YouTube, but essentially comes down to this. Anyway, it's time for me to head back up and do some work. And I'm not saying that this is bad, because I think a lot of beginners do this, but your brand right now is like a combination of all the big entertainment creators together, right? Like the Mr. Beast font, like the Eric transitions. And I understand, because a lot of creators think like, okay, I need to do something that is proven to work. And that is true up until a certain level. Like, you need to make sure that you have ideas that are like somewhat data backed. But in your niche, the entertainment niche especially, I think it's good to look at like a way broader perspective than just like what works in your niche. But you're gonna have a lot of trouble converting viewers into long time fans, and that's what I'm mostly concerned about. And that's why I think we need to take one step back and look at you, the core you, and how can we kind of make the core that you are. I always call it like, make yourself a caricature of yourself on your channel. Like, don't try to be something you're not, but zoom in on the things that you are. If you're a really hyperactive guy, make that a little bit more visible on your channel. Like, make sure that you are a heightened version of yourself, not a version of yourself that doesn't even exist. Alrighty then. I think that's it for today. I have a few more things to do, but nothing like crazy. I have to do a little bit more admin, and then I'm pretty much done for today. I'm probably gonna make a ton more cinematic vlogs. I'm going to Fit Summit next month, so I'm gonna take you guys with me. We're gonna talk to some amazing YouTube creator minds over there. Ultimately, this channel is for the people that are in love with YouTube, like I am, and that wanna grow their YouTube channels and like some YouTube strategy content, man. Let's go. Peace.